Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to install the LED strip inside the reflector of the tailgate on your Kia Stinger. This is something that never been done, and I finally encouraged myself to take it apart, install the LED inside, and I'm going to show you the steps I took to install this LED. First thing first, I need to take out the reflector. There are instruction and shows you how to take it out on YouTube, or you could find it in your car's manual. I think it's under the section that shows you how to replace the light bulb on the reverse, and also the brake lights. It shows you how to take it out. It's very easy. There are three, screws under the trunk. You just unscrew them and then pull it out. And once you did that, you have the reflector. Now, another thing that you gotta pay attention is the only place we could work and install the LED is actually in this section. So there is two walls here, or whatever you want to call it, about 2.5 inch, or to be exact 2 inches away from each wall. There is another wall inside. So between those two walls here, that's the working space that you need to you can install the LED. So you got to be careful. You can't go beyond these two internal block or wall, whatever you want to call it, that is inside. So the way I did it, I actually made the cut under here, and so I marked it, make sure that it's in alignment with the wall that I just told you. I put a mark that where I want to cut the hole, and I cut a square, made a square cut here that it has the width of your LED strip. Let's say this is my LED strip. So whatever the width of the LED strip is, has to be the width of the cut you make here. Another thing is that you don't want to make the cut too close to the edge. So in order to be precise, I want to give you a measurement so you could actually follow the same measurement. So if you start your cut from here, in other words, about 22 millimeters away from this edge. See that this edge, 22 millimeters is where you start your cut. Okay, and then you draw a square, okay, or rectangle, and then you cut it. Once you cut it, it gives you access to the space underneath that you could slide the LED in. So the way you do it, you grab your LED and you slide it in, right? It goes inside, all the way in, right? Once you get to the end, all the LEDs in, then you have to turn it like this and push it down. You push it down, and if you have like a double side tape, you can apply some tape to the back of it and stick it to the wall inside, so it won't move. It won't move or moves around. It just stays there. And if you want to, be like me, I made another cut here. Very small cut, like a hole or something, big enough so I could, insert my tweezer and grab the other end of the LED and work it to its location. And also I put a piece of double tape, double-sided tape to secure it in place. Okay, so that's that. And then the wires. Another thing you got to make sure, when this reflector doesn't have much space with the trunk, so when you slide it in, there is only, I believe, 3 to 4 millimeters gap between this shell here and the trunk. So you don't want to make this, after you patch it, you don't want to make your patch too bumpy. Otherwise you're going to hit the trunk. It's not going to fit. It's not going to go back in. So what I did here, I had some 3D print, scrap plastic, a PLA material that I used, right? I put it here, and then I used soldering iron and melted. So that's how I patched these two plastic together. So I covered the hole, and it's very nicely done. And then I used this masquerading tape, the paint tape, other name, to cover it. Okay, and the wires that comes from the LED is actually underneath this patch, and under all these tapes, it goes all the way around. Let me show you. Bring the camera a little bit closer so you can see. So these are the wires. The wires, you gotta use the tiniest wire you could find, because like I said, you don't want to make it too bumpy here. So unless it's not going to fit, when you want to put the reflector back in. So these are the wires. See how tiny they are? So I just pass them around and then pass them under this dust cover here, and from the other side you have the connector to your LED strip. That's the connector. You secure it in place with the duct tape or whatever inside, so it won't, if you accidentally get pulled on it, it won't cut the wires or anything. That's it. So once you have this part done, then the next section is to install it back on the car. So on the car, we have to install this circuit that it's actually the driver for the LEDs, and one end goes to, it connects to your LED here, and the other end is the power. One is the ground, the other one is, it connects to the brake light. So whenever you step on the brake, it gets the voltage and then it turns on the LED. Okay, so that's how it is. I'm going to show you when I take it back on the car to install it. I also show you which wire it needs to be connected to, and also I'm going to show you the final install and how it works. Thank you. Okay, we have now put the reflector back on the car. Cover this side. On the left side, I use this T connector. If you could find them, I recommend you to use the same thing. Don't cut the wire in the car. So I connected the red to the brown and black wire to the black wire. The brown is actually the brake positive voltage that is coming to the circuit, and this is the circuit, and the other end is connected to the LED as I showed you before, and you're ready to secure the circuit, and that's it. Just peel off these sticker. Let's see. And we could just secure it here. Just press it a little bit, hold it for a while. And that should be it. You just put these wires back in and put the cover. Okay. And these are the LEDs inside. Nice and neat.